So, Senator, who can beat Vice President Sara Duterte in 2028?
So there are two scenarios. First, if she gets convicted, then she's off. Then the field will be open. So we set that aside. If she won't be convicted, therefore she's still eligible to run. But then, if her numbers would plummet to, let's say, low 30s, high 20s, then she would retain her base significantly, great majority of her base, but still the soft voters would transfer elsewhere. If she ends up with retaining only low 30s or high 20s, then I don't think that would be enough for her to win.
So, in your mind, who can challenge her in 2028?
If it's a
One-on-one.
it's a one-on-one thing, similar to the 1986 snap elections, Sara Duterte won't win.
Who can beat her?
Even if it's Risa Ontiveros, Bam Aquino, or Leni Robredo, any of them, in a head-to-head situation. Now, the thing is, are they open? Who among them would be open to forging an alliance with the administration? Because remember, they're not part
So
of
they
the
have to
administration.
form an alliance with the administration. They cannot run on their own.
Well, if it's a head-to-head situation, that's the only way. Because if they don't forge an alliance with the administration, therefore the alliance would field their own candidate. Then it becomes a three-way race.
And if it's a three-way race,
Then it's going to
so
be
it's going to
tight.
be Sara, either Leni, Bam, or Risa, and an administration candidate.
Yes, yes.
So if it's a three-way race, who
Then,
will win it?
it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. Because if it's Sara Duterte retains her low 30s or high 20s, then it's basically divided by 3. So that's why it's imperative for the middle forces to join forces with the administration so that we can have that head-to-head scenario.